Shalom. That means peace. And this video I'm making is in response to IUIC's demonstration outside the Barclays Center and also the display of a militia, so to say. There's videos circling around of them marching in the streets, chanting, really exhorting on themselves to a certain extent. It's almost borderline being prideful, but it's not smart. It's not smart because you're putting a bigger target on not just your backs, but the backs of all of those who prophesy, who do the apostleship. Whether you were Great Millstone, IUIC, ISUPK, whatever, at the end of the day, everyone see you as still just a so-called black man, a so-called Hispanic man, a so-called Native American man, and we all was in captivity in their eyes. They still see us as the dregs of the earth. So this was not wise. But before I continue, I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, RAWACHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3. Shalom. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Understand wisdom. There's different levels of wisdom. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have the parrot, you have the monkey, you have the owl, then you have the dragon. Parrot will regurgitate everything they hear from someone that's teaching them. A monkey will imitate what they see or hear from whoever they're learning from. But an owl's able to see through the subliminal messages and the parables and the haikus and the dark sayings. Then a dragon is someone that has mastered the knowledge that needs to be obtained pertaining to whatever field of knowledge that they're going in. But right now we're talking about the scriptures. So like a dragon, if you ever look at a dragon, so in folklore, so to say, right, it will be a mystical being that resembles like a snake. Those who watch Dragon Ball Z, you know the snake role, a dragon snake. It's not wise to put on this type of display, with a large quantity of people, especially when it's to someone's establishment. Because there's been an incident earlier this year where they went outside of a church and you had older women with their shoes, taking their shoes off, trying to hit them, and somebody even pulled out a pistol at them. And they were berating them, saying, "We don't want this over here. We don't want this over here." There was even another incident where they have a demonstrations. I think it was the shooting that happened somewhere up north, and they was out there protesting. It's they're opportunists, and then you had a Judahite woman berating them, telling them, the Edomite officers, "We don't want them over here. They saying that y'all racist and y'all gonna kill us and they gonna put y'all into slavery. We don't want that over here." That's not a good look, man. It's not a good look because the scripture says, "Go to the highways and the byways and bid them to the marriage." Don't go to someone's church. Don't go to someone's establishment and do that. You're supposed to go to the agora, the marketplace, right? Now, yeah, people do go to watch those games, but look at what you're doing. You're impeding their traffic. And you're also using it to be an opportunist. Because where were you supporting Kyrie the way you were? Or where were you before those shootings that happened? You just use those moments as opportunists, and it's not smart. Now you have this individual here that put up a tweet named Dr. Michael L. Brown. He says, with Kanye, and Kyrie promoting, I'm gonna just say because it's in his tweet, anti-Semitic propaganda. See, based on, they always use the word black when there's more Spanish speaking tribes. So I'm going to read it for edification's sake. Based on black Hebrew Israelite teaching, although Kyrie has apologized, it's time we address the elephant in the room. Read more here and be sure to click on the key links in the article. See, this is there's a soft contemporary artist named John Mayer. I love some of his music. It's a song a song he has is called Waiting on the World to Change. And there's a bar in there. He said, when they control the information, oh, they can bend it how they want. So we're waiting. And I love that part. Because when they control the information, they can bend it how they want. I think that's exactly how he said it. So now they control the narrative. They can bend it how they want. Because you didn't go out in wisdom. You just went out in force. Not saying you was malicious, but you have, hundreds of thousands. I'm not hundreds of thousands, I'm sorry. Thousands, I think we'll say over 1,000, thousands of people out there. Let's just say you had hundreds, scores of men just marching and chanting. Where's the scriptures? Paul said, let all things be unto edifying. Where was the edification there? Huh? Where was the building up there? Right? So you just showed like a militia. But the reason why I want to bring up this dude, Dr. Michael L. Brown, for this reason. Because I had to do a little research. And Mr. Michael L. Brown is actually a small hat. Let's get it. I'm not going to read all of it, but just pay attention. I'm going to read it verbatim, y'all. As a Jewish new believer, I was confronted with what felt like impossible questions about my new faith, Jewish identity, the Bible, and more. Now, I've done a little bit more research and kind of find out he's actually an apologist, i.e., in the same realms of vocab Malone. And what was his name of his apologist teacher? Something White. I forgot his name. So, Dr. Michael L. Brown became a believer in, I'm going to just say, the Messiah in 1971 as a 16-year-old heroin shooting LSD using Jewish rock drummer. I guess he didn't keep the customs, right? But he's a small hat. He holds a PhD in Near Eastern languages, literatures, and it goes on to say he went to a lot of schools. Trinity Evangelical Divinity, Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, Denver Theological Seminary, the King Seminary, Oxford Dictionary of Jewish Religion, and the Theological Dictionary of the Old Testament, where he has some publications and articles. Dr. Brown is the author of more than 40 books. 40 books. So, and these are individuals that have an advantage because they can control the narrative and they can put you in the light and which you don't want to be in. And remember what it says of the writing of many books. There are many books, man. So this man had 40 books. But what the scripture says? Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. That's Isaiah 34:16. Right. So now you have a small hat who claims to be well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say claims. I guess you could say he has a doctorate in his field, right? But nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be prophesying. We're supposed to be preaching, right? And all I'm saying is the way that you're displaying yourselves out there is not wise. Listen to this. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. It says, forgive me. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Now, you went out in strength, okay? Now, what was the wisdom? You want to know why? Because if you were just to sit out there and y'all was just reading the scriptures and y'all was edifying, there would have been a different outcome, I would like to say. But you didn't do that. You went out there to show your strength in numbers, which is not smart. You get what I'm saying? And think about this. Even YAHAWASHI, who in the world English called Jesus, when they was coming to get him, right, they crucified him. Did not he say, think not I can call unto my father's 12 legions of angels? Let's just say a legion is 7,000 angels. That's one legion. He can call 12. He can call 72,000 angels if he wanted to. And their strength in numbers. But what he said, prophecy must be fulfilled. So, the Lord said we're supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Harmless as doves. Yeah? So, at the same time, YAHAWASHI said, the scriptures say that our sword is what? The Bible. Our shield is what? Our faith. This is spiritual warfare. Marching up and down the street. Man, we've been doing that since the MLK days, man. All that hooting and hollering, that ain't nothing. Won't you go out there and prophesy? Won't you warn the people about the MOTB? Won't you warn the people about the evil to come? Won't you warn the people about Jacob's trouble, what you said wasn't going to happen? Mr. Bishop Nathaniel. Going back, Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 17, the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Plain and simple, right? The elders don't need to go out there and to be flamboyant and to have all brothers out there marching. Nah, man. You do your edifying videos, you upload them, you go out on how was it about was it make yourself a living sacrifice. Yeah. Verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good, man. So one bad apple can spoil a whole bunch. So you can have all of us gathered up and rounded up and put into a grouped up together in the sense of where we all will think alike. That's what I don't like. Because people, they know about the Hebrew Israelites, but people will say the Hebrew Israelites, the leader of the Israelites. The IUIC don't speak for all of us. Because y'all don't group all church denominations together and say these are just Christians. No. I don't get that. I don't like it. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 16. I'm 26. I'm going to close out soon. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you have a psalm, have a doctrine, have a tongue, have a revelation, hath an interpretation. Let all things be done unto edifying. There was no edification with all that marching and running around. Now, Dr. Michael L. Brown, he wants to look at you now. Now he wants to try dissect you. Man, Vocab Malone Ben already did that, sir. You're wasting your time. You're going to go down a rabbit hole that's going to have you want to go into the blue letter and history and all that now, Anyhow, my closeout precept, Proverbs 21 and 12. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. Have you considered who you trying to go up against, Bishop Nathaniel? The same people that gave you a 501c3 charter. For the love of money. You can't take this money. You can't take your fame, your status to the kingdom. Because your house shall gonna be ruling anyway. I don't understand it. But nonetheless, though, I proceed. But God overthroweth the wicked for the wickedness. So we consider that the Lord's gonna overthrow them. You didn't have to go and do that display. Yeah. Right? It wasn't wise. But nonetheless, the Lord is going to keep the elect, all right? With that being said, I pray you was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Kwame Allah. Babal. Shalom. Remember what the Lord said. Wait ye upon me till I rise up against the prey.